Hello everybody, Sir Phobos here, dawning on a new day here in Subnautica on our Survive and Thrive series here. Surviving and thriving in... Oh, the moon is huge. that's one of the new graphical updates. It's very pretty, but it looks like it is literally 10 feet from my face. God, okay. Yeah, surviving and thriving on this harsh alien water world. A couple things I wanted to clarify as I was looking back at the other episodes, or just talk about or touch on. Fins, your swimming fins, they increase your movement speed, but it doesn't stack with the sea glide. So they only increase your speed when you're not using the sea glide. The sea glide increases it more, but actually has battery life. So there's that. Then the reason for the survival knife. The survival knife, in addition to being your only way to attack things, well, that in itself is not incredibly useful. You actually need it to help collect things, which I didn't talk about when we made it. In particular, coral is what you'll need it for. Now, we haven't needed coral for anything, so you haven't seen it, but so this is purple table coral right here, and it comes in a bunch of different colors, table coral. And when you cut it, you get it there, it chops the coral up into pieces, and then you can collect it. Now, if you don't have the knife, you're normally not able to collect it. So, if I take my flashlight out here, I can click on it and nothing happens. In addition to that, the little rocky outcroppings, it helps you collect those too. Normally, or if you don't have the knife, it'll take a couple clicks, a couple seconds, to break it open and collect what's inside. With the knife, it's one hit, and you'll get what's ever in it. Here at night, I'm just collecting fish. I guess my inventory's full. Just to have, just to put in the storage. But yeah, so I just wanted to touch on those things there. Oh, and last episode I was calling copper wire a wiring kit. That is incorrect too. The wiring kit is something else. You need silver for that. That's a more advanced component. Copper wire is a very basic one. So basic wire, a little less basic wire, and then advanced wire. There's 3 levels. Copper being the basic. But yeah, the sea glide just requires the basic one. But yeah, so today we're gonna go out and we're gonna learn how to make a med kit, so we don't get murdered or die. You can see just from kind of sitting around, I'm already back up to 53% from 40. So I mean, you will heal, but it's not as quick, and the med kit heals quite a bit. And the component that we're going to need for that bleach is also the component you need to make water. So we're going to come out here and learn how to make bleach and the med kit. Now, for bleach, you need salt. And salt is going to be the difficult component to find. I thought I saw some out here. Nope. Salt is going to look like these little white cubes around, and sometimes you can find them around the acid mushrooms, just hanging out, and other times you'll just find it on the seafloor. So that's why it's not super reliable to find it, and you do have to do a little bit of digging. That's why finding air sacs is much better for starting out. If you waste too much time trying to find salt, you may end up not finding anything. So and it's one of those components that you should pick up when you see it. And eventually you'll have a nice little stockpile and you won't have to worry about it as much. Now I know there was some around here somewhere. I saw it around something. If that's not terribly vague. And we'll pick that up. You can also use salt to preserve fish after you cook them, or you'll cook it with salt and it'll be preserved, and that will prevent it from rotting, which is, you know, nice. But then it takes up two components, which, you know, if you just don't cook the fish, it still preserves it. So right now there's not a whole lot of incentive to do that. Now you should always be collecting stuff when you're out searching. You know, yeah, see that it only took one click to break it, whereas if I put the knife away, it takes a couple. And I'm pretty good on salvage and stuff. You know, I could use more copper, but I'm not that worried about it, so I'm not actively collecting everything. When you're out doing it yourself, you definitely want to pick stuff up whenever you can. Otherwise, you will you can lose track of it, or you will lose track of it. Like I lost track of that, the salt. Thought I would remember where it was, but clearly I didn't. But so yeah, we're gonna poke around and try to find it. You can find it in the kelp forest too. So this is another fish here. These guys are more benign, than the alligators. Like they don't have an attack, but they do have a defense. They can poop out these spores that if you walk into, when they burst, it hurts you, as you can see. That being said, they are super annoying because they're loud. You can hear them there, mooing, real obnoxious. That's that red kelp area down there. But we're not adventuring into that today. We are looking for salt, or trying to.
Emergency.
Yeah,
10
I know.
seconds of oxygen remaining.
You can also just hit spacebar, and spacebar will just move you vertically, which is useful. The kelp forests also have salt, so you can look around those. Again, be mindful of the alligator sharks, the stalkers. Here we go. Here's salt. So this... Oh, for fuck's sake. We're just going to drop this stuff, because I don't need it right this second. So that's salt. Little squares of white. And that's what we need to make bleach. So let me find one more. I see you, shark. Stalker. And we'll use that to make water and medkit. Let's see. You know, after you don't need it to, you'll notice it everywhere, and it'll upset you. I know once I have a stockpile of salt, I find it all the time. You know, it's just initially finding it can be difficult. So we are up there some. Right there. See, it's right around these little growths of coral and fungus. And just take a quick peek real quick. See any more? No? Okay. Now, since we're here, we'll get the other component you need for bleach, which is coral. And it's not the table coral, it's not these guys here. It's these big coral tubes, which, if you hit with your knife, you collect the common coral sample. And that's what you need to make bleach. We're actually going to need 2 of those. Now the other component to make a medkit is creeper vine, which obviously are these big kelp forest things, which is creeper vine, not kelp, but whatever. Now this this is an unknown planet. We have not documented everything here yet. But you'll notice everything has a name. Some of the names are good. And you need 2 pieces of that. And I'm out of space again. I'm gonna just drop a piece of titanium. And we'll just pick up the one I grabbed. Everything has a name already. Boomerang, air sac, stalkers, creeper vine. Obviously, you are the one, the sole survivor, naming everything. Oh, there's some more salt. I'm gonna drop a piece of titanium for that. Titanium is a lot easier to get. I don't like that guy. I'm gonna pick him up too. Come here, guy. Come here. Yeah, you're a hoop fish. So you're the one naming everything on this planet. You're naming all the animals, all the flora, all the fauna. And you're just giving them the worst names ever. Acid mushroom, hoop fish, air sac. It's pretty funny to me. Okay. Yeah, we analyzed that hoop fish. So basic materials. There you go. Bleach, salt deposit, common coral. So we're gonna make that up here. We're gonna make 2 of them. Now the first thing we're gonna make is the med kit. See, you need 2 creeper vine samples and then the bleach. Yeah, and then we get a first aid kit. Click on the use it, and you can see it healed us up quite a bit. I think it gives you, what we're at, 47, so it gives you 50% health per medkit. Pretty good. And then you can use 1 unit of bleach to make disinfected water, which heals you, or gives you twice as much water as an air sac. It gives you plus 40 hydration, whereas the air sac gives you 20. So you can see that we're pretty good there. We actually reached the threshold where we're heal naturally, I think, too. But we can cook a fish to make sure. We'll cook our new hoop fish friend. Bye, hoop fish. Alright. You can see he gave 23 food and plus 3 water. As it goes bad, it'll give less water and less food until it gives you negatives, actually. So eating it will actually be bad. And you can see creep vine goes bad. So your rotten creep vine, minus 25, minus 25. So that's no good. But you can still use it in medkit. So yeah. That is how you make a medkit and bleach and then subsequently water. Now, there is a new item in here I saw. Where is it? Under tools. It's the scanner, which is how you scan wildlife, and I think it's how you scan the fragments. Now these boxes, you'll find these scattered around. This one says it's the sea moth fragment. Scanning these fragments will give you new blueprints on things to make. So we're going to make that scanner real quick. If you saw in there, it takes a battery and titanium. So it's real easy to make. It looks like it's one of the first things you can build too. So we are going to do that. I already had some copper in the inventory. Make a battery. We had some titanium. And we're going to get a scanner. And we're going to play with it here real quick and see what it does. Can be used to synthesize blueprints from salvage technology and add alien biological information to the databank. Cool. So where's our... Oh. That's cool. So the PDA actually has actual information in it now. Here's the list of blueprints you have, and as you get more, it'll add to that. It has your inventory. Here's your voice log. Huh. There's actually a lot in there now. Okay. Well, let's go out and scan stuff and see what happens. So let's bring the scanner out. Oh, you can assign things to your quick bar too. It will do it automatically for you for certain things. But So I'm going to take everything off the quick bar here real quick. So if you just hover over it with the mouse cursor and hit 1 through 5, it'll put things on your quick bar in those spots. So pretty useful. Alright, so here we go. Oh, scanning the sea moth fragment. Ready to scan. And then you right click on it. Oh, and it has a little % on there, and it'll scan it up. That's super cool.
New encyclopedia data added.
Oh, and then I have to scan 5 fragments. And it looks like I'll get the blueprints. Very, very neat. Let's scan the acid mushrooms. Alright, alien life forms, flora, acid mushroom. Assessment, inedible but exploitable in battery fabrication if picked carefully. So very cool. That's we're gonna use the crap out of this. Okay. Oh, yeah. One thing about the acid mushrooms. So you can just go up and pick on them, just left click, and you'll get it. But if you hit it with your knife, it'll explode, ruin the acid mushroom, and hurt you. So be careful. All right. So I will go around and scan stuff. Looks like it'll give you an idea of what stuff is used for. So let's see. Oh, there's okay. Some things you can't scan apparently. Let's see if we can scan that peeper. Get back here, peeper, you little punk. So fish are hard to scan. Oh, but they go quick. Come here, peeper, punk. Oh, that peeper. I want you in my encyclopedia. Okay, well. As you can see, it's kind of hit or miss, but this is super cool. That's a neat function. And it'll give you an idea of what things are used for if you don't know. Actually, I was playing on hardcore, which is if you die, you're dead. It's game over. So if you get killed by a giant fishy or you come across something that'll insta kill you, you drown, whatever, it deletes your save and your playthrough's over. Which is it's fun. But I came across a plant that I didn't know. It looked like a hanging jellyfish. I think they're called stingers. It was just in a cave, and I was like, "Oh, what are you?" And I go up to it, and it hits me, and it auto kills you. Like I don't know if it was intentional, but it just poisoned you and ticks down your health. So that was a bummer. So it quickly ended it. I was like 13 days in. But it looks like this tool will prevent that because you could scan it and you'll get some information on it, and it'll let you know, right? Herbivores, Gary fish, not as edible as it looks. That's funny. So yeah. So that's the scanner. And like I said, we figured out water and medkits today. In the next episode here, we will move on to something a little bit more complicated. There's some items that we could make, but as far as survival goes, the next big one to get is going to be the habitat builder. It's the next most complicated thing to build, technology-wise. And then, there's little tools in here that you can get, like the air bladder, that are real easy to make, but they don't, or even a flashlight. We're not going into any deep caves right now. But as you can see, it's really easy. Flashlight's a battery and some rubber. The air bladder is an air sac, the fish, and some silicone rubber. These are things you can make. I would call them neat trinkets. Like the air bladder in particular, you hold it and you click on it and it'll expand and lift you to the surface quickly. So it has uses, but it's not anything that is super vital. But the habitat builder is what is going to allow you to build your undersea base. And that'll be the next thing that we focus on. So as you can see, it takes a computer chip and a battery. Computer chip is going to be a new component that we haven't explored yet, but we'll get into that into the next episode. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found it helpful, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.